Oh my goodness, I'm so glad to be here. Only a couple more days and we are off to New York City, Lex.
Woohoo!
Aren't you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Me too. I'm excited. We haven't been to New York in a while. And this weekend we will be in Brooklyn at Lucky 13's with our good friends from Symfinity. Shout out to Symfinity. Catch us in the Brooklyn area this weekend, everybody. We'll be there early, and we'll be one of the last to leave. So come and hang out with us in Brooklyn, New York this Saturday. Lucky 13. We're going to jump right into it today. If you didn't know, this is the Sepsiss Show live stream and podcast. It is a show about music, technology, current events, social media, and more. Okay? If you didn't know, we are a hard rock and heavy metal band from Manchester, New Hampshire. Joining with me is my co-host and lovely keyboardist and screamer for the band, Miss Lexi Swarm.
Hello.
This is a program, if you're new here, where we examine the details, we scrape the internet for the top stories and the articles about the music industry. We gather articles about technology, advertising, marketing, and litigation and law that deals directly with and about technology in the music industry. We cover social, cultural, legal topics that reflect not only to the music industry, but also to our everyday lives. Ladies and gentlemen, love us, hate us, or study us. This is the Sepsiss Show. I have too many intro songs. Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah, there was like one. Anyways, welcome. You're welcome to talk with us in the chat. Metaverse Melissa is in there kicking some butt, so feel free to follow along. We're going to jump right into it today. How you doing, Lex?
I'm great.
I say we have a different monitor today.
It's nice though. It's
wide. I think it might even be better for us.
It's also like tipped forward, so I think you might have an easier time.
Of course, everybody at home can see the articles, right? Can you see them behind us? If you're new here, the reason why we put the articles up behind us for you to follow along is for you to follow along. That way.
Simply for that purpose.
That way we're not coming on here and presenting ourselves like experts, and then we don't have the receipts to back this shit up. We don't know anything, so we put the articles up so we can all learn together. That way you guys are learning the same stuff that we're learning at the same time. All right.
Perfect.
So this is our first story of the day. And here, the cool thing I love about this is you guys can follow along and actually look up the same articles and follow along on your phone or laptop. That's what I would do. Anyway. After Facebook, building a music career after social media. I mean, this is something that, if you're a street performer, somebody that's been going live, or local bands, especially bands like us that got our start on social media, like MySpace. I know that you've all wondered, what's life going to be like? Or as we, as we move through the intersection of technology and social media apps become, artificial intelligent apps, at least for now. It seems like a lot of social apps are going toward, AI content. So regardless of how you feel about that, if you are in this creative space and you are a content creator, a painter, a hula hooper, a comedian, or somebody playing the acoustic guitar on Facebook and Instagram, this has been your safe and creative space. I don't know about safe, but this has been your creative space and your marketing and advertising space for many years. This is where musicians and comedians create events and get the word out, brand awareness, selling tickets, all of those things, right? And even online streaming and performances, we use social media as a way to get to everybody, to get to our friends and family quickly, because that's where everybody already is and everybody's got a phone in their pocket. So I know we've all wondered to ourselves at one time or another, what's going to happen after we move through this transition and through this intersection of technology? You know, because the landscape of technology is always changing rapidly, musicians have to adapt to the way that we're buying and selling music, how we're discovering it, how we're distributing it. And that's exactly what this show's about. I'm going to have Lexi read the first article. And I do want to point out that it's a little... We're going to jump around a little bit.
Okay.
Just so we have a little bit of a strategy. Okay, we might actually start down here, really. Okay, because this is where we are. I really want to start. Really want to start off where we are in the current landscape. And I know this author's had his personal experiences, and with all due respect to that, I don't want to get too much into his individualism. I just want everybody to jump onto this idea, and I want to encourage everybody to think about this and develop their own opinions and research and homework on their own. I would like this to be a springboard or a rung in the ladder for you guys to foot and for you guys to climb up and research and do your own homework. That's what I'm really hoping for. Okay, Lex, go ahead.
Facebook has had its day, but it's not dead. The writer believes Facebook has had its day as the defining social network of our culture. It no longer determines youth culture, musical discovery, visual style, or online conversation in the way it once did. Those functions have been divided among TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, streaming platforms, podcasts, messaging apps, and private groups.
Yeah, and I think that that's important. Look what Lexi just said. A lot of those really cool key features and functions that used to be on social media, like MySpace or early Facebook, a lot of those functions now, the things that made Facebook cool for musicians, has now been divided. Those features have now been divided among other social apps like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Reddit. None of them really host or perfected any of them. Okay, let's continue.
That's an interesting point to point out.
For sure.
That fragmentation is particularly visible among younger people.
Real talk.
But Facebook still reaches an enormous adult audience. Pew Research Center found that the middle age groups were most likely Americans to use Facebook daily in 2025. 58% of adults between 30 and 49 and 54% of those between 50 and 64 said they visited it every day.
Wow, that's interesting. All right.
For a musician with a career spanning decades, that is not an irrelevant audience. It may include the people who bought the early albums, attended concerts, heard the music on radio or television, purchased physical recordings, or followed the artist from one creative era to another. These listeners may not spend their days making TikTok videos, but
My fault.
it's okay. But they may possess something far more important than temporary visibility, a history with the music. This is where the conversation about Facebook becomes more complicated for musicians. The writer may no longer want it in their personal life, but that does not automatically mean it has no professional value. An artist's own media habits and the habits of the artist's audience are not always the same.
And that's why I called it a transition.
Yeah.
That's why I called it a transition. I mean, because as these apps and these places become other things than what they once were, of course, there'll be this allocation of features to other apps, like it mentioned.
Yeah. Like those other apps might want to spring into action and may acquire those features that they may not had yet.
I'll share this. The music business has been preoccupied with discovery. This is something we talk about a lot here on the podcast. Artists are encouraged to pursue more views, follows, streams, impressions, playlist additions, and algorithmic recommendations. Every release campaign seems to begin with the question of how to reach people who have never heard of the artist. I mean, that's been the business model for so long.
That also has been the big question.
Discovery does matter, the author goes on to say, and I do agree with that, y'all. A career can't grow unless new people encounter the music. We love our most dedicated fans. We really do. Please don't take this fucked up, y'all. But it's really our job. It's our job to find new fans. You know, it's our job to deliver our oldest music to our newest fans. I don't know if people know that or not. The industry's focused on first contact has obscured an equally important responsibility, taking care of those who have already chosen to listen. And that's why I said, yo, I got to give credit where credit's due. No matter what, like, we know who our fans are and we know who the people that really matter the most to us. And that's why I think we always try to pull those people in close and make deeper connections with those people. If you know, those of us that are close out there, you know who you are. Some of our fans can call us on the phone.
Yeah, like they have our numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, that's what I mean by that, you know. Not every listener has the same value to an artist's career. Someone who is a passive listener hears a part of a track in an automated playlist, counted alongside someone who owns several albums, attends concerts, shares the music with friends. Those are two different audience members.
Yeah, two completely different types of people too.
You have casual listeners, and then you have like fans of music that buy tickets and know the different band members and their birthdays or astrological signs. I mean, there's different intensities and values of fans.
There's levels to anything, really.
Yes. Spotify's research into what it calls super listeners makes the distinction visible. According to Spotify, these committed listeners represent, on average, only 2% of an artist's monthly audience. Yet they generate more than 18% of monthly streams. There you have it. What do you think, Lex?
It's an interesting topic to start thinking of what to do when...
We just need to get it started.
Right. And this is like a good time to start because we're already doing new things. We're already starting new stuff here in 2027 as 2026 starts to come to a close. So in this era of change and looking deeper and, you know, really fine-tuning ethics.
I was just about to say honing.
Mission statements.
Yes, honing.
Goals, sorry.
Yep. I can turn it to a little bit. Like that's what I meant about like honing your skills.
Now is really the time to start getting intellectual. Like, what are we going to do without social media?
Yes.
What are we going to do without, you know, the ready access to Spotify or being able to even, you know,
that way
post your song to DistroKid, but maybe DistroKid maybe doesn't exist anymore. What are we going to do after that?
So we have a system where we are responding to these apps and the technology changing and transitioning, and we're not reacting to it or panicking and it's not about having an escape plan. You know, it's about having rational solutions and developing these things along the way. So you're not panicking or you're not in shock when things change. You're not relying, you're not depending, you know, on these middlemen to satisfy you and make you happy throughout your career arc.
I believe this is what builds longevity.
We could talk about that for a while, really, I feel like.
I could have a whole separate podcast.
I know. Sometimes that's the difficult part, is every time we bring up a new story, it's actually hard on this podcast to stay on topic because we care passionately about each of the topics that we bring up. That's why we have to throw in some silly shit that we don't care about so we can move the show along. Otherwise, we get stuck.
Just talking about longevity and spot.
Right, about passion. No, but you get the point. Meta is developing an AI glasses kill switch.
So they spend all this.
The company filed a patent earlier this year for a cutoff switch designed to prevent unauthorized recordings. The only thing I want to say about this is, they always have these gadgets, and when they introduce and promote them, whether they're watches or glasses or bracelets or wearables, they're always saying how much freedom you're going to have. And as soon as you put one of these things on, you have less freedom. Okay, like the Apple Watch thing. Okay, and this isn't true for everybody. I have an Apple Watch and sometimes I wear it, usually never. And people will wear the Apple Watch. And those of you at home that have Apple Watches can tell me if this is true or not. Because I don't wear mine often. So you hear about people having like panic attacks about their Apple Watch. And it's because for the first time in their lives, every moment and minute of the day, they can monitor their heartbeat and their haptic signals. So naturally, people are on edge all the time while wearing their Apple Watches because they're being reminded constantly to stand up and move around and take a breath, and your heart's beating too hard. So if the machine is there for your comfort and leisure and what feels like convenience, but it's kind of tapping you on the shoulder, reminding you of your mortality every 5 minutes.
That can get pretty nerve-wracking after a while. So
like a wearable like glasses, they say, oh man, you're going to have connectivity and you're going to be able to, I don't know, capture the world.
And lock in.
Maybe. Even if you lock in, then you have to buy more storage.
That's true.
Whatever you lock into, now you need a fucking place to put it. Lock it in all you want to, but you need to be able to afford the storage space.
For the storage to lock in.
What I mean is you can have 12 pairs of shoes, but you need a place in your apartment to store these things. Otherwise, you could trip over one of your shoes and break your fucking leg, and then not only will your leg be broken, now you can only wear one shoe at a time.
Don't want to do that.
And you started off, originally you had 12 pairs of shoes, knowing that you could only wear one pair at a time, and now you tripped over one of your shoes in the dark, and now you can only wear the left one. Now you're going to need an alignment. Right?
And a medical.
Backlash is rising over Meta's artificial intelligent powered glasses and their potential for misuse. But a possible cutoff switch for the device might address key regulatory concerns. So that's what Meta has seemingly been developing. Recently reporting a patent for AI glasses kill switch. According to the patent, Meta wants to implement the hardware mute switch within the device that would essentially cut the glasses off from all connected functions. Yeah, isn't that the power button? Yeah, turn it off. I'm out of here.
This sounds so dumb. There's a power off button.
If something is so dangerous where you need multiple security power down buttons. Was it a great idea in the first place? I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. Our drummer, Robert, has one, and they're cool as fuck if you're a drummer.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you're going to do with them. I think he found the best thing to do with them is make music. And right. But like, people are getting mad at folks for wearing Meta glasses and then going to concerts and then streaming the concerts and monetizing them online. I mean, of course, every app from Snapchat to Instagram to Facebook encourages everyday users to upload intellectual property.
I mean, there has to be a kill switch on those videos too.
I think you're going to see that very soon. Oh, I think this is kind of cool.
Oh, this is interesting, guys.
Yo, if you ever want to see, like, who puts the smackdown on tech bros, it's Australia. I mean,
Australia has the fucking nuts.
Yeah, when it comes to security features and them asking questions about technology that could seemingly exploit or harm people, Australia is leading the pack, man.
They are not fucking around.
Like any weird technology or like social media or apps that are developed and are questionable or predatory, Australia kicks their fucking ass.
Good for them.
So they really lead the way. Guys, check it out. Songs created by AI banned from Australia's music charts.
This is such a great day.
It's so sensible and so rational. You would think that like America would be one of the, you know, high tech, cutting edge leaders, you know, really pioneering civics when it comes to human generated art. But once again, we're last in line, huh? Interesting. Songs that are largely or wholly created by AI have been banned from Australia's music charts. From this week, all releases must be, quote, substantially human-made to be eligible. The Australian Recording Industry Association, the ARIA, said the new code would help promote the human nature of artistry. It follows a controversy around a cover of Madonna's Like a Prayer by Australian DJ Josh Fawaz, which recently topped the ARIA dance singles chart and peaked at number 2 on the country's overall charts. The song has become a staple of the commercial radio station playlist and has been streamed more than 48 million times on Spotify alone. Fawaz later added generative AI credits to the song after the backlash. So, I guess he came clean about it.
Good job, Australia. I'm so proud of them.
I mean, making a move. Okay, everybody, moving right along. YouTube expands station's experiment. The platform is opening up its television-style streaming features to a new group of musicians, podcasts, and media creators, but the test pool is still limited.
Oh.
YouTube announced an expansion of its station's experiment, which enables selected YouTube profiles to stream 24/7 streams of content to drive ongoing engagement. Interesting, huh?
I didn't know they were doing that.
I told you they were doing this. I said everyone's going to have a TV everyone's going to be Roku. Remember?
That's true.
Remember?
You did say
I
that.
did. I said,
Yeah,
oh
that's
yes,
true.
oh yes. Everyone's going to have their own
Everyone's going to be a 24/7 DJ.
DJ. I think everyone's going to have their own Bible. No, look. There was a time in human history where you'd be beheaded if you changed the words or remixed anything in the good book. But King James changed that.
Right.
So now anybody can have a Bible. If you are a tech bro or an AI developer, you can make, a digital Bible. You feel me though?
Yeah, for real.
As long as you can author it and copyright it correctly and trademark it correctly.
And you can get through the AI bots.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. The world is your oyster.
You don't think you're gonna see online digital churches, like digital AI churches?
Oh, absolutely. If they haven't already.
What? Of
Absolutely.
all brands too, everybody. I'm not just picking on people. Really, of all brands and types and preachers and evangelicals and I think you're going to have demons and angels and shit.
Yep, doing
Right?
a prayer,
Yes.
holding a sermon.
Anyhow. The idea was designed to give YouTube more TV-like feed and keep viewers entertained for longer with topically related streams. On Friday, YouTube announced that more people will be able to experiment with the approach, with additional creators, media channels, podcasters, and musicians now able to launch their own streams.
So now everyone can be a Netflix creator.
Everybody can have a Roku.
Hit me up on Roku.
And if you look, like the Netflixes of the world are going to short form content, Very strange.
Now Netflix is going into 2-minute videos. What's going on here?
Oh, we already did this one. I'm gonna moving right along. Okay, we got it going on. I kind of like this. What? That's my fault. That's crazy, huh? Digital music news. Here we go, guys. Lady Gaga triumphs in mayhem trademark lawsuit in big First Amendment win.
Cool.
The reason why I share stuff like this is to reinforce that the music industry and the way we get paid from it is largely ruled by the tech industry. Okay? Because the music industry largely, the way we discover it, the way we interact with music, the way it's delivered to us and gets to our ears, is through anything from media players, Bluetooth players, to touch tunes at the bar, and jukeboxes and stuff like that. So the music industry largely is gizmos and gadgets and technology. And with that technology, there are laws that regulate. There are laws that determine how we interact with these gadgets and gizmos, down to their costs, their effects on us, on our behaviors, our habits, biologically, the effects on our wallets, everything, the components. I'm going crazy now, but so that's why when I point out stuff like this, Lady Gaga triumphs in a mayhem trademark lawsuit. I'm sharing this with you to reinforce the information we're always giving you, that the music industry is largely about paperwork, the laws, the litigation, the conversations in the courtroom behind all the gizmos and gadgets that are in place between you and act as middlemen in between you and the music that we make and it getting to you. That's really complicated. I think that's why sometimes it's difficult for me to get my point across, because when I tell people, hey, the music industry is not about music, it's about trademarks and copyrights and lawsuits and court and the Constitution, people think I'm making a political statement. It's like, no, what I'm trying to explain and educate everybody on, if you look at your screen, is that the systems, the institutions, the tools and technology that acts as the middlemen between your favorite artists and your ear, those conversations, those people, and those departments in the music industry are, battling and having it out in court to determine how we as consumers discover and interact with the music coming out of these devices. Damn, that's so hard to...
It is hard to explain, but I think you did a good job articulating this one.
It makes me nervous because all could be lost, if I don't get that off. Lady Gaga has defeated a trademark infringement suit filed by a surfboard brand as a judge dismisses the case, citing insufficient evidence. Lexi, if you could, please.
On Tuesday, a judge dismissed the trademark infringement lawsuit filed against Lady. Oh my
La
God.
la la la.
I need to get my eyes checked. On Tuesday, a judge dismissed the trademark infringement lawsuit filed by Lady Gaga by a surfboard brand over her Mayhem album title and accompanying logo. The owners of the Lost surfboards, who have a line of Mayhem branded boards, sued the star over the title and logo of her album just weeks after its release in March 2025.
Now look, I don't know if they really believe that she was infringing on their art or whatever. But I just want to point out of how delicate and how easy it is for somebody to be challenged on even an album title. And you might ask yourself, what are the legal grounds and relevancy of a surfboard company that sells surfboards? What are the legal relative and side-by-side conversations are we going to examine in terms of like music, surfboards, how do they relate to each other, and how are we going to prove that in court? And I think we know the answer to that. I'm going to read this little part here. At the time, they claimed that Gaga's album would cause confusion for consumers and make them think the surf brand was associated with her.
There's not enough evidence, y'all.
And the other thing that I think is strange about this is in today's world, it's so hard to cut through the noise. Why not be associated with Lady Gaga?
Right.
Wouldn't it be, it's not
great promotion for your company.
Right. I don't think it's going to benefit Lady Gaga.
No.
I think it's going to, if anything, it's going to benefit the surfboard company. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think in the comments? I know it kind of seems a little silly, a little petty, but we got to throw some stuff like that every now and then. It does matter.
It does.
Because that's why I said I know it seems petty, but I wanted to show you guys. Wow, didn't we go over this last week? We did.
I think so.
I just wanted to show you guys once again how copyright and trademarks and legal paperwork and how when there are conflicts or disputes or even matters of clarification, when clarifying how people are going to get paid, musicians have to go to court, figure that out.
Because it hasn't been decided yet amongst.
Or it's being challenged or whatever the case is, I forgot where I'm at, no lie. Right here?
I don't.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you're good here.
This is kind of cool for all of y'all out there that like tracking all of the AI trouble. YouTube simplifies its AI claims process. For all you guys out there that want to be the AI police, you have a new tool. The platform has updated its system to alert creators about potential image misuse and provide opportunities to dispute the allegations. All right, that's cool too. So
That's
even
pretty cool.
yeah, so even if you're fingered,
You can dispute it.
you can dispute it. That's good.
I wonder how far they're going to go, though.
Yeah.
Like, after they implement this. How far are they going to go to actually, like, withhold, like, holding AI accountable?
Can I tell you something?
Like, are they really going to go through all of these hoops and hurdles to blocking AI?
I think from Facebook to online security companies, adult and porn companies, from social media companies to streaming companies, I think they all opted into AI so when crimes are committed, they can claim that a real person isn't behind it. Who cares what they're doing? One thing is for sure. The next teenager that gets exploited on Instagram, the owners of Instagram are going to claim that AI is responsible and that no human being at Instagram is responsible for it. And that's exactly why they fucking did it.
Yep. So they can cover their own ass.
Yep.
In 10 years.
When things go wrong at Norton Internet Security, AT&T, or when Comcast or Amazon leaks your personal fucking data, the reason why everyone scaled up and opted into AI and fired human employees is so when crimes are committed and people are abused, companies like Amazon, Facebook, and even Warner Music Group can blame artificial intelligence and make the claim that no human being is responsible for the fraud. When people don't get paid, this is why big companies hired and opted in to these AI tech giants, is because they were told, hey man, when shit hits the fan and the police come knocking at your door, when you have child images, when there's fraud, or when you get caught stealing, you could always blame it on your robot. Let's
makes sense.
Come on, let's pretend we're in the future.
Everyone wants a fall guy.
Why do you think everybody wants a robot?
So they can have a fall guy to get away with murder.
Right. Do you think people at home, let's travel and just play fantasy football for a second. Let's all pretend that we're 50 or 150 years in the future and we can all have our real humanoid life-size, I don't want to say slave. Let me start over. Oh my God, yo. Because I don't know why you would want something like this, but whatever. Travel with me 150 years in the future, and we all have our own personal robot assistant, I guess. What are we going to do? Quit making music and have our robots make music for us and fuck our girlfriends for us? And like, I don't understand. Like, fight our fights for us and go to court for us. But what happened, so looking 100 years in the future, when this thing fucking rapes somebody or beats somebody to death, what will people say? Say, oh, it's not me. It was my robot. Travel with me 200 years into the future when dentists have robot AI assistants and they make mistakes and cut people's mouths up. You know, when they finally get to court and hash it out to say, you know, a human being isn't responsible for this. The robot is. So when their robot beats somebody to death or sexually assaults somebody or commits a crime on its owner's behalf, the owner of the robot, or AI in a sense, will certainly claim that there was no human participation or, you know, or intervention even. They'll claim that it's running wild and it's rogue and they didn't have nothing to do with it. Do I got that right?
Pretty much. It sounds like how the American prison system was founded.
But you see what I'm saying, though? Everybody that
right.
owns a robot in the future, when these things commit crimes on people,
they're just going to blame their robots. They're going to go to jail.
They're going to say, well, one thing's for sure, a human being didn't do it.
Yeah, it's the dog ate my homework.
That's a very good example. I never thought about it like that. Good job, Lex. What do you think about all of this? You comfortable with that? Are you excited about it? Do you care? We're not going to live 150 years. If that makes you feel any better.
I mean, the damage is already done, you know? AI is already here. Everyone's already using it. AI is being implemented in everything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's computers literally everywhere. So it's not like shocking. It's not like new news. It's just them trying to expand so that they can make their own money so they can colonize places that haven't been colonized yet.
In new ways that they haven't been. You know, like we were driving the other day and we were all talking amongst each other and just talking amongst each other. We were like, oh, let's imagine what it's like to have our vehicle, because we were in the car. So we were all imagining what it would be like in the new cars that have come out. The new Amazon cars have no steering wheel in them, no pedals. They're just completely, well, they're on their own. Autonomous is what they call them, I guess. So there's no human intervention.
It's strictly computer.
Right. So we were like, wow, you know, what happens when these things fucking run over an old lady?
Right.
Who's to blame? Like the person riding in the car that owns the autonomous vehicle or the company that built it? Like when Facebook assaults your teenage daughter, is it the person that bought her a laptop or is it Mark Zuckerberg? I mean,
the lines have really blurred there, and I think that's why they did it, so they can blur those lines.
But like we were all horrified when we thought about the future being supervised and managed by robots and computers, because I mean, we were driving around in a 2011 and most of the vehicle is managed by computers.
Yeah.
So if you're somebody who's freaked out, right, and horrified of the idea of computers running your vehicle in 100 years, I mean, computers are running your vehicle now.
Yeah, you're trusting a computer right now.
Right, your chances are, you know, if you're driving in a vehicle, especially anything that's 2019 and up, largely most of the machine relies and depends on smartphone quality computers. So if you're terrified about the future being supervised and managed by computers, I mean, we're kind of already there.
Yeah.
So, like answering machines.
There's no longer a secretary doing that.
Right. Like
it's an AI person.
We don't think about it, but like telephones and like answering machines showed up in the consumer world, and I can't remember, maybe some of you guys in the comments can, when answering machines, because like, okay, there's a reason why I'm thinking of this, because answering machines at one time and place were only popular like in the work environment, right? And then as they became popular and more mainstream, people had answering machines in their home, right?
You're right.
And you may not know this, Lex, but not everybody had caller ID either. That was something that businesses had first. Mm-hmm. And then gradually they rolled out, just like answering machines, they rolled out caller ID. And then, slowly but surely, everybody had caller ID, in their landline residentials. But, at some point or another, you guys have to tell me in the comments section, were secretaries and assistants mad or outraged when answering machines became popular in the workplace? Anybody in the comments, let us know. What do you think, Lex? I mean, I wouldn't know one way or another. The answering machine replaced somebody. Right.
I mean,
like the car wash.
There is still, I mean, even at the car wash, there's still people working there. They may not be like physically working, like washing your car, but they are still people there, like operating, sending you through. There are still secretaries. So they haven't been fully replaced.
So are you suggesting that no matter what crime your robot commits, that there is a human supervisor working itself down?
Yes.
There's always going to be a human being at the end of the chain of command?
Yes.
Okay. Let me give one. What the I can never get this thing going. Well, I was going to give you a round of applause, but it never works. We need a stream deck.
Guys, help us out with a stream deck.
LinkedIn says 1 million people have reported AI slop. Since the platform introduced an option for flagging what it deems low substance, low effort posts in the app, that type of content has seen 40% fewer overall views. And, this is what I will say to that. They should just make a job out of that for human beings.
What, to view stuff?
No. Look at how fun, no matter which end of the spectrum of the stick you want to measure, everybody loves hunting, investigating, and going after AI bullshit on the internet.
Oh yeah,
it's like a new human. It's like a new human pastime. Mm-hmm. That's more than anything. People love hunting down and calling out AI bullshit. They love it, and why the fuck not?
Why not hire them?
Right. Make that an app. Make that a thing.
That's a pretty good idea.
You know what I mean? If the whole idea is to keep people on an app, right? That's what developers really want. Then make an app that does something that people really want to do. People want to call out AI bullshit. So make some cool technology and app where people can flame that shit.
Mm-hmm. They can let it all out. They can
tag
vent.
it. No, and really make it like a legit tagging and database and archiving credibility building system.
Mm-hmm. That can detect it.
It's something people really want to do. People really want to be able to label, tag, and archive human generated and digitally, artificially generated content. Well, fucking A, man, let people do it.
Yeah, make it up.
Fuck.
Just make it up already.
I just came up with that now.
Right.
Fucking A. All right. you want this one?
Yeah.
All right.
LinkedIn has shared an update on the usage of its new Seems Like AI swap option, which launched earlier this month.
Look at it, so cool. Look, that's what it looks like. It literally says that. Seems like AI slop. That's
funny.
Isn't that fun? Think of how. Now look, this goes back to what I was saying. People have so much fun calling out AI bullshit. Look at this on LinkedIn. They have a button that pops down, a drop down window, that when you interact with certain posts on LinkedIn, it has an option for you to choose that it seems like AI slop.
That's so smart.
Oh my God, that's fucking great.
LinkedIn is for intellectuals.
Like, I kind of like that. And that no matter where you, and I'm not making fun of nobody, no matter where you stand on your intellectual or artistic tastes, okay? The fact that there's an option to report AI slop and it's called Seems Like AI Slop. Oh, this is the internet we've been missing. Tell it like it is. That's fucking great.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing. Good job, LinkedIn.
Yeah, I don't even think there's anything more to say about that.
No.
It's just cool, and that's that, you know?
And that's that.
Right, and that's that. The thing is like, we don't usually see cool stuff on the internet anymore. So when we do see cool stuff, when we do see cool things, we just need to give it the stamp of approval and say, hey, that's cool. You know, we're so used to hating and talking shit and being miserable about everything, and some of it for good reason, good purpose. Some of the shit really does suck. Some of the stuff really is like exhausting and truly no fun. Facebook has become a really no fun zone. And that's because they don't offer straightforward, cool tools like we just saw, you know, an ability to call out stuff you don't like and don't want to see. I don't think that's too much to ask for, you know, for many of these billionaires or apps or even streaming and music streaming sites. It's not too much to deliver people what they came there to see. You know, people didn't sign up for Instagram to watch people being beaten half to death in the middle of the street.
No.
People didn't sign up for Snapchat and Instagram to watch race wars and 20-second clips of people pushing down old people and insulting each other. There's no way that's why you signed up for Spotify, to listen to a bunch of music that you're not interested in. That's not discovery.
No.
That's not discovery. Nobody signed up to social media because they wanted to watch porn and horror movies all day. Like, that's what, like, social media is like depending on, like, you know, like we watch a lot of heavy metal stuff, right? So with a lot of heavy metal in the algorithm, you get a lot of horror, you get a lot of titties, you get a lot of tattoos, you get a lot of activities and fashion that the machine believes folks in that demographic may also like. It's nothing weird. I mean, on the surface, it sounds like it might be cool. But that's why, if you're a creator, and listen to me, please, if you're in a creative space, focus less on algorithms in the next few years and focus more on audience. And anytime somebody says the word algorithm at you, don't flip out. When somebody says audience, when somebody says algorithm at you and you are a creator, translate that into audience to yourself, and it will start making more sense. Consumers are still kind of looking at like metrics, and they're just now looking at data sets for the first time and starting to learn those internet words, and that's fine. But it's important for creators and people that are like monetized and people that are building still in this space and people that are surviving in this space, in terms of when we're having conversations, so we can be valuable and meaningful. No matter who's communicating with you, if they're saying algorithm today, in 2027 and you're a creator, swap that word algorithm, okay, and replace that with audience. And then move forward. What do we got? What do we got? Oh boy. I don't know what's up with this. Sometimes we get this going. Grok keeps sending gibberish responses to users. I thought this stuff was the cutting edge thing that we all needed to be doing.
Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, they promised us that this stuff was going to. It was so cool because it was smarter than us. I mean, it was marketed to us that this stuff was going to at least be able to match us.
It's not adding up. It's not matching us.
An unusual glitch has resulted in XAI's Grok chatbot speaking gibberish to many users. I think it was speaking gibberish when it was exploiting children and making child sex images.
That's really when it started.
The biggest gibberish that Grok has ever developed and generated has been images of seemingly minors and underage people on XAI, social media, and the Grok AI search engine. That's the most. There's no bigger gibberish that it could make. After asking the model to generate a PDF file, one user received the response, match it without and your, they, and 2-4 planets can practical and often cheese. Did y'all get that? You guys must have not been listening to me. Match it without your, they, and 2 planets can practical and often cheese. I mean, that's what they're selling us, y'all. So they're going to give us some of that, and then they're going to give us, of course, the inappropriate child exploitation images. Like, this is the best of AI.
This sucks.
It's not fun.
No.
Like, you know, and it's gross and it's incriminating and it makes people uncomfortable. And
it's terrible for the environment. It's killing.
I don't see when it's not.
It's loud. People are moving.
Okay, guys.
Oh my God. Here he is, everyone.
Mark Zuckerberg. I just got this one for Lexi because I knew she'd love it. I really got this for you. I'm not even. I wish I could be bullshitting, but I only got this article to piss you off.
Well,
I haven't even.
I'm reading.
I haven't
bold
even.
Face in the bottom left corner.
Put a 1 in the chat. I know if I read this, it's gonna make Lexi mad. But if she reads it, she might even be madder. Put a 1 in the chat if you want Lexi to read this and be ultra pissed.
Oh my God.
Put a 2 in the chat if you want Lexi to be mildly pissed off when I read this article about Mark Zuckerberg.
He's gross.
It's Mark. Right?
Zuck.
Look.
He
All right.
sucks.
All right. The Zuck. All right. Mind-boggling. Whoa. All right. I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Brace yourself. I wish Lexi could look at his face while I read this. It would make this more fun. Can you grab your phone and look at a picture of Mark Zuckerberg while I read this so you could become enraged? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking with you. I'm just joking. Mark, I'm in his. Yeah, don't you look. You see, Lexi cheated. She was gonna read it. Hold on, I'm gonna go back up. Nah, yo. She tried to take a peek. Peekaboo. Come on, yeah. Bow. Yo. All right, hold on. Mark Zuckerberg just bought a cozy abode close to Meta's international headquarters in Ireland. By cozy abode, we mean Mark Zuckerberg bought a castle. Huh?
This is the worst news you could possibly give me.
Yes, Lex. That's why I got it for you.
This is absolutely...
I don't want this, but I wanted you to know this. This is important for you specifically. Okay. By cozy abode, we mean a castle. Zuck bought the 19th century. I don't know what that says. Strankly Castle, and its 440-acre grounds, an estate estimated to have cost him anywhere from $23 million to $35 million.
What the fuck?
See? Isn't that fun?
So not only is he colonizing an island in Hawaii, he is buying castles in Ireland.
Well, you need a place to put all those Hawaiians.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Yo.
Although, I mean, it could be.
A castle's big.
So that's some crazy stuff.
So that's what he's doing with the Meta glasses money. He's a terrible human being.
Well, I won't argue with you. I'm going to buy Lexi some special Kleenex just for the podcast.
Just for the cast. My eyes picked the worst time.
I know. We're almost done. Google gives publishers a new way to fight AI-driven traffic losses. I mean, I thought you bring in AI because it's going to do something cool. And then we all need to develop and build a new machine to get rid of it.
Come on. Why are we doing this?
It just seems like if you have a never-ending common enemy boogeyman, it is always in beta. It's a cash grab. It's like we never, ever get the thing that we're developing.
We can never get the change.
When is it done develop? When are we done developing it? So we can have it.
And then enjoy it.
And when we mean it, we mean fucking anything. Anything.
Any goddamn thing.
Everybody always saying loving how things used to be without really knowing how things used to be. It's like people like, I love MTV and how things used to be. How the fuck do you know how MTV used to be? Like you was backstage.
Like you know how it went.
Right, like you were in accounting or something.
Like
Stop that shit.
Like you were there.
Right. Knock it off. As AI continues to kill traffic to websites, Google on Thursday threw a bone to those publishers negatively impacted by the change. It's now allowing readers to push a button on the publisher's website to indicate it's a favorite source they'd like to see highlighted more often across Google search. Discover and Google News. Don't they already have that? It's called bookmarks. and favorites.
They are falling apart here.
We have it.
They are falling apart. They cannot think of anything new.
Oh my
they
God.
cannot think of anything to change.
Oh my God.
They have all gone stagnant. They
Oh
have
my
all
God.
dropped their pants to Trump.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They have fucking lost it. They've lost all the marbles. Everything's going to plummet. They're going to fail, and they're going to buy castles in Ireland.
Twitch streamers sue Twitch. Amazon over AI training data use. I thought this was a good idea.
I thought everyone was supposed to go to Twitch and like be a streamer and
But
do the streamer thing.
when I say that the music, art, and entertainment industry is about suing people and intellectual property and deep fakes and going to court, have you noticed anything about the rhythm and the pattern of the articles that we read on this program? Now, here's the fun part. We're just searching the top stories in tech, music, art, and entertainment. And this is what's happening. Twitch streamers sue Twitch. Amazon over AI training data use. I thought all of this stuff was such a good idea. A Twitch streamer is suing the platform in a proposed class action over claims that the company trained Amazon's AI models on the streamer's content. Streaming platform Twitch and its parent company Amazon are facing a proposed class action suit filed by Connecticut-based streamer over claims that companies have harvested creators' content without informing or compensating them to train Amazon's artificial intelligence program. But that's what they're doing. When we live in a world where every laptop that you buy has AI in it, then you are a co-conspirator and a co-defendant of using AI.
Yep.
Whether you're using AI, okay, to finish your midterms, or you're using AI to generate funny GIFs and memes to show your friends, it's still harmful for the environment. And everything from your tennis shoes to your new camera and your new video games, it all has AI baked into it, making all of us polluters and co-defendants.
Which is why they made it.
If AI is baked into literally all of the products, all of the gadgets that you own, then you can't very well say that you've opted out. Can you?
No.
You can't say, I don't want computers in my car, because there's a computer in your car.
Yep.
You can't say, I don't want computers running my bank accounts and managing and supervising my money. Well, computers supervise your money. And computers supervise and manage your dating. And computers and AI and apps are what you do all day. And don't get mad at me over the things you're doing.
And the fact that we know.
And the fact that we know. If you don't like anything that I'm saying, then stop doing it. I'm not making you use these apps, and I'm not forcing you to be here and listen to me about it. Told you. We are all hypocrites. We all contradict ourselves because we are all perverts. We are all thieves. We are all cannibals. Hold on a second. I want to deny this. People don't go on the internet to learn about ancient Egypt. People go on the internet, and it's a good thing for me, to masturbate, to stalk their friends, to cheat on their taxes, to get ahead over their neighbors, and to punch down on people otherwise they'll never ever meet. Apple Music to slap AI labels on Suno tracks, but pushes the onus onto the record companies. I love how they all pass the buck. See how they do that? Lexi, this is our last one. Take it away.
Apple Music has told partners that music materially generated on AI platforms, such as Suno, will carry a Made with AI label on the service from later this year. At least, that is, if record labels and distributors tag the music with the relevant metadata before it reaches the platform. The move was announced in a message to industry partners from Apple on Thursday, August 20th, obtained by MBW. It will make a tagging system visible to listeners that Apple Music has run behind the scenes since March, when it introduced what it calls AI transparency tags. You're expecting a human to honestly say if something is made by AI or not, and then you're gonna go with it.
Yep, trust me, bro.
And then you're gonna trust them, bro.
Yeah, it's the trust me, bro mentality. You know that shit. All the worst friends I've ever had have the trust me, bro mentality.
They're gonna fail. They will all fail. This is gonna fail.
Vote for
So
Donald
now
Trump.
no one's gonna market with AI, even if it's used with AI. Good job.
Often the AI, trust me, bro. Ku Klux Klan, trust me, bro. It's the trust me, bro. He walks on water, trust me, bro.
I do not trust you.
They're witches. They're witches. They're witches.
I don't trust
They're witches.
you.
Let's fucking kill them. Trust me, bro. It's the trust me, bro. It's the you know that African Americans are not scientifically a whole man. Trust me, bro. Yeah. It's the trust me, bros.
Well, trust me, bro. No one trusts you.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
On another edition of the Sepsiss Show. Trust me, bro.
Trust it. Hookers are people too.